I'm here at the Massachusetts Maritime Academy, where many people have showed up, despite the bad weather, to see the Charles W. Morgan and the U.S. Coast Guard ship the Eagle. Just one of many events that's being held here on the Cape Cod Canal as part of their Centennial celebration.
Hi, I'm Susan Funk. I'm Executive Vice President of Mystic Seaport, the Museum of America and the Sea.
And so, can you tell us a little bit about the Charles Morgan?
The Charles Morgan is an 1841 whale ship. She was built in New Bedford and whaled for 80 years, making 37 voyages all over the world, and then retired to New Bedford in 1921, and is the absolute last of the thousands of whale ships that used to exist in the 19th century. And the Morgan is now home ported at Mystic Seaport, and she's been there since 1941 when she came over from New Bedford, and is one of the most important artifacts in our collection. Well, we were thrilled to be able to be here and very honored to be part of this 100th anniversary celebration, because the Morgan, like the canal, is about both the past and the future. And still an active, the canal is so exciting because of all the boats that are going back and forth, the sense of energy and activity, whether it be commercial or for pleasure. And the Morgan also has important messages about the past and also about the world that we live in today. Well, we've worked with Mass Maritime on not only planning to be here, but what it means to be a ship in the 19th century. We haven't seen a lot of the students because it is their summer, and so they're not in session right now. But we've seen many, many families and many groups of kids who have been anxious to learn more about it, and it's interesting to see the inspiration hit as they think about what it would be like to be on a ship, especially when they're talking to our crew about what their experience has been like. Right, so a bark is a ship that has 3 masts, and on the first 2 masts, it's called a square rig, so that the sails go perpendicular to the line of the ship. And on the 3rd mast, it's fore and aft, so it goes aligned with the line of the ship. It's a very flexible kind of a configuration. It allows the ship to turn quickly and efficiently, and it allows it to also stop and heave to, which is what you call kind of stopping in the middle of the ocean. And that was really important because as a working ship, she needed to have that kind of flexibility. And after this, she goes back to New London to lighten her up and take out her ballast, and then back to home port at Mystic Seaport. And we are open 7 days a week throughout the summer, spring, and fall at Mystic Seaport, and would love to have people come and see her there. And she will we will be talking about not only this voyage, but about her 37 prior voyages as well. And lots of other activities. You can come see the shipsmith, you can talk to a role player, lots of fun activities for kids too. For me personally, I have 2 favorite experiences. One is being aloft, helping to set and furl the sails while she's underway, while she's moving. That has been really thrilling. And even more exciting was the opportunity to be in one of the whale boats on Stellwagen Bank and to be so close to the whales. In fact, one swam right underneath our boat while we were there. It was just this wonderful connection between these big, beautiful creatures and a change in the way people feel about whales from prey to really more our colleagues on the planet.
This is Coast Guard Cutter Training Bark Eagle.
We are currently second class of the Academy juniors when we start the school year, and what we've done is we have the swabs come on, which are the freshmen and or 4th class soon to be, and they come on for 1 week of their swab summer, which is similar to boot camp, and they get a little insight, into what it's like to be a mariner. So we're gonna set sail and get underway tomorrow, and they get a little taste of life at sea, and it's what they signed up for. So it's a great opportunity, and we are here to assist them. We're the cadre, so we're helping them train aboard Eagle.
All right.
So the people that are giving the tours are swabs, so we like to give them an opportunity to be in the public eye. A lot of them have been, they've been back at the Academy getting trained and going through military indoctrination, so it's good relief for them to get out, talk to the public, get them charged up, fired up about being in the Coast Guard. So it's really an exciting time for them.
So the swabs do something called the up and over, and it's when people who have never climbed, never been on Eagle, it's when they get in the rigging and they climb up and you have harnesses on, and then they climb back down the other side, and it's a way of not only getting them acclimated to climbing the rigging, because they're going to be going all the way up to the top to set the sails and furl the sails, bring them in, but it's also kind of it's something that, say, you're uncomfortable with or you're nervous about, and then everybody did it, so it's just like it's kind of like something you'll experience in your career in the Coast Guard. You know, you might be put in uncomfortable situations, but the feeling of the ones that were nervous when they got done with it, it was really great. It made us feel pretty accomplished, helping them get through that. So
Absolutely, and especially as far as being in particular, I definitely enjoyed the parade of lights, the lightships coming by last night. It was a really beautiful sight to see, so it was a lot of fun.
So a bark is a specification of a sailing vessel where the forward mast and the main mast have square sails, and the mizzen, or the aftmost mast, has fore and aft sails. And that is just what the classification of a bark is. And I guess the difference?
Well, so I guess more specifically, we're a split topsail bark, so that means that we have two topsails that can brace separately or together. So she was a war prize from Nazi Germany. She used to train naval cadets during Hitler's time.
Well, first of all, the Coast Guard Cutter Eagle can hold a ton of cadets, a lot of people at the same time, and if you're able to sail a vessel, with sails, you're absolutely able to, pilot a power-driven vessel. It really gives you a bigger appreciation for the elements, the current, the winds, understanding those, where you might not appreciate them as much on a power-driven vessel. But I think it's safe to say if you can work on Eagle, it sets you up for success to work on any other power-driven vessel.
Do you agree?
Yes, ma'am. And I think furthermore, the fact being at sea with your shipmates and learning to haul on lines together, be out in the elements together, it's another great bonding experience. So it's our goal from during SWAP summer especially, is to take this group of fresh basically civilians and bring them into a very team-oriented atmosphere. So going to sea and sailing on a sailing ship, you're all hauling on lines, you're all out in the elements together. So definitely being on a sailboat versus a power-driven vessel is good for that purpose.
Sure.
We're home ported in New London, Connecticut, so she'll be there pretty much all through the winter, unless she's in dry dock in Baltimore. So the schedule's on the website, but our next port of call is in Rockland, Maine for Lobster Fest, and we should be pulling in on Friday. And then obviously until 5 o'clock this evening. So.
That's going to be a tough gig.
Right.
Right, sure. And, Facebook, we have a website. Eagle's very, accessible to the public. And, come on down. We'd love to have you.
Right.